Do I have to get the Titan?
No, Geo, get the fuck out of the car.
Proving hit probability without requiring a fundamental improvement in marksmanship. And this was never going to be accepted in the US because it kind of demeans the whole idea of marksmanship. But in the real world of combat, what people are mostly shooting at are fleeting targets. They're poorly visible targets. They are some guy jumps up from behind a rock and makes a quick dash to some other piece of cover. And you don't necessarily have the time to get more than one shot off, and it's probably not going to be a perfect shot. And so the theory was, if you can fire multiple projectiles with your one opportunity to take a shot, you stand a better chance of getting hit. So, with that in mind, the G11 was designed with this 3-round burst option at 2,000 rounds per minute. We'll touch in a minute on how that actually functioned. But for now, let's continue going over some of the external bits here. Of course, we have our manufacturer's markings. This particular gun was made in October of 1989 by HK. The caliber changed a number of times over the development of the rifle. It started out as 4.9, then went to 4.3 millimeters, then it went to 4.75, although the 475 was actually called 4.7 so that it wouldn't be confused with the British 4.85. It ultimately wound up as 4.73. We have this integrated optical sight. This is a 1-power non-magnifying sight, but it does give you a nice optical reticle instead of having to line up iron sights. There was also a 3.5-power version, although this particular one doesn't have it. These two little screw ports here are for zeroing, for adjusting your windage and elevation. The magazine release is this rubberized button on the top, so there's no actual hole in the gun. There's a release lever inside the action, which you can activate by pushing down on this guy. And when you do that, it of course releases the magazine.